Okay. The last episode on Ricardo Rants Fable 2, I started off saying something about how my friend told me that I should review games or movies. And then I proceeded to say something along the lines of, I don't play games all the way through enough, and then went completely fucking off topic. So I'm going to elaborate on that. So, whenever I play video games, I play it.
The road to Bearstone is closed.
I play it how I want to.
I'm afraid that as
So,
long as the bandit Thag is alive, the road
and
stays
like
closed.
the way my brain works is that I have
If
like
you're in an hurry,
extreme
you can always take care
ADHD,
of Thag yourself.
and I get distracted super easily. And so,
road to Bearstone is closed.
like me
It would
getting
seem
organized
Thag has been
enough
capturing traders
to like
on their
even
way to the
record
Barley camp.
is a
He
pain
is a
in the
danger to
ass,
all, must be dealt
and
with.
that's
With your new power,
honestly
you
that's
should be
probably
able to
because of the
defeat him
seizure
and his gang
and like
continue
all the
your
brain
quest.
damage that I
I
have.
heard they are at his camp near Bower Lake.
And so one of the I lost my train of thought. What the fuck was I about to say? Oh, and so whenever I'm playing video games, like I'll just like get bored of it. Like I want to play the video game again, but I'll just be so bored of it for no reason whatsoever, because that's just how my brain is. If I don't get instant satisfaction from something, I'll get really bored of it and move on to something else. And like that's really like how it's been the past couple weeks, because I've been blind and not able to see at all. Like even with these glasses on, it's hard to see the screen. Also, I know that said that the rusty flintlock pistol is better than my light splintered crossbow, but I don't fuck with guns in this game. I only use crossbow. And yeah, so I get like really bored of games easily, and so I'll be playing a game for like 20 minutes and then I'll never play it again. Or like I have to be in a certain mood to be able to play a video game. And like I know my best friend wants me to play
It's about you. It may be a trap.
The Last of Us and the first 3 Uncharted games. She wants me to do that by the end of the summer. And like she's been really disappointed because like I haven't even finished one game and I've been home for like 2 weeks doing nothing. And so she's just been like really disappointed that I haven't been playing her games. And like I have so many games that I could be playing. Like I have Metal Gear Solid 5 now. I have Final Fantasy 15. I have those 4 games like I mentioned. I have the original God of War for PS2. Crash Bandicoot Tag Team Racing. The original Fable. I just have all these games to play, and like I'm not playing any of them because like I can't see. I'm not in the right mindset to be playing these games. And so That's one of the reasons why I won't be doing like a game review whenever I'm doing one of these like ranting sessions. So I know if you look in the comments where it was suggested that I do movie reviews or game reviews, I just respond with "fuck you" with no further explanation. But like, this is me explaining why like, I can't do a game review because like it's just not something that I want to beat a game before I do a game review. Like I can tell you how like I feel about the game so far, but like I won't be able to give you a review of it. Oh, like a Stardew Valley. I haven't played nearly enough of that as I should have. I got that like around Christmas time. I had barely played it. Yeah. Well, that's my reasoning for
use the follow and wait expression.
not doing game reviews, but movie reviews.
Well done.
Oh,
I will
this
tell the
was
gods
like
of Bag's death. With a threat removed, the road to Bowerstone
if this
can be
was like in December, I'd say that like I just don't watch movies anymore. But that's completely false because that was all I did like the last few weeks of school. All I did was watch movies and I beat the original, the first of the new Tomb Raider games. That's like all I did the last month of school. So that was just Tomb Raider or something like that. And then there's Rise the Tomb Raider. I think that's how it is. You're not 100% sure, but anyway, yeah. So, movie reviews.
Oi, mate.
I'm not gonna.
Don't even think about letting them out. Those slaves belong to me. I paid for them.
So
Look, I don't want any trouble.
like I have a weird movie taste. I would say.
I can't believe you did that.
So like,
Free to
I like.
the paths and byways of the land. No,
I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but like, I like rom-coms.
Stretched out before us, like what's the word?
And I like
Reg?
dramas. So like,
I don't know.
Grey's Anatomy, I love that
Right,
show.
I'm going
I don't
now.
watch it much,
Thanks
but I
again.
love that show.
Yes, thanks.
And
You just turned down hard cash.
yeah, I like shows like that.
They will never forget your kindness.
You're a nutter.
And
you know
so,
that. A nutter.
what was I going to say?
Meet me in Bowerstone Market by the clock tower.
So like, if I
There is something
do
you will see.
review a movie, it'll be like just like a movie that I have watched recently. So like, a movie that I would review is like the Tomb Raider movie with the new Tomb Raider movie that just came out a couple months ago or something like that. I watched it in theaters and like it is a good video game movie.
Apparently, someone killed.
I don't know necessarily if it's like a good movie, but it is a good portrayal of a video game in movie style. There's like a lot of action video game tropes that occur in that movie.
Know about a lake.
And like that's something that I loved about
The
it.
song I'm working on. It's.
But it's also something that
I'm
would
just starting out.
turn people away from it.
Listen to this.
And it's like, it had like positive reviews, but like all the negative reviews were because they didn't understand
That's all I've
that
got so far, but maybe
it
we'll
wasn't
look around
meant to
Morrisville.
just be a movie. It was meant to be a video game movie.
Nice and
And
breezy,
yeah,
don't you think? There's usually a few stalls set up.
it's like if I had to, I'm sure he was probably mean for me to like rate the movies. Like I'm not gonna like give him. No, okay, I'll give him a number rating if I can. So like Tomb Raider, and I'm going to be completely hard. I'm going to be as harsh as I can on these movies. I would give it a solid 7.5 out of 10. Would I watch it again? Most definitely. But is it going to be like my favorite movie that I've watched this year? No.
I have bad news.
I'm just going to
I'm
be
afraid
completely
I will be
honest.
delayed for a while.
Because
In the
like,
meantime, you
I
should
watch
buy
a
some new
lot of
equipment and
movies,
prepare for the
especially
challenges
now.
ahead.
But
you'll
like,
need money. If you need
it's
money,
just not
there are
like
jobs to be found.
one of those
I
movies
believe the
that
blacksmith has an opening.
Nice bit of forging.
it's not one of those movies that I would be able to watch immediately after watching it again. So like, there are certain movies that like
That's how you make
that
it
I
play.
literally watched like a couple minutes after watching it for the first time. Like The Princess Bride. I watched that like 4 times in a row one day. Some summer. I don't remember when. Like, I literally
Hitting it
watched
like
that
What is it you want?
for 8 hours straight. And when I binged the entire Star Wars franchise, I watched all of them in one day. No, I watched all of them in like 2 or 3 days. And then immediately after I finished the 7th movie, because I watched them in the chronological order, not like the when they came out, but like how they occur in the world. And so like I watched them like that, and after I finished the 7th movie, I immediately started the first movie again, and I watched it all the way
That
through
blade's
again.
complete.
And like, well, there's other movies that like I just can't do that with, and Tomb Raider's one of those. That's why I give it such a low rating. But like, of the movies that I can like watch over and over and over again, some of the movies I put on that list, the Star Wars franchise, those are just like really good quality movies. And if I were to watch them again, I wouldn't necessarily do it for enjoyment, but I would definitely do it so that I could analyze it more, because there's just so much in that movie to analyze. And like, I'm just like one of those people who loves analyzing the movies that I'm watching. And
A perfect hammer blow.
what other movies? Perks of Being a Wallflower, second favorite movie of all time. Princess Bride's my first favorite movie of all time. So I love those 2 movies. And so I watched the movie and read the book in
One
like,
blade done.
that was what, spring break, so like March. And then I came back and like right off of spring break and did it again. Read the book and watched the movie at the same time. And like I don't get bored of those movies because like they're my favorite. Them and Hitch. I love Hitch. it's just like,
It's shaping up nicely.
it's one of those movies that I can't, like, it's hard for me to describe movies. It's something that you'd, like, have to see the movies to understand why I'd have to be seeing the movie to be able to talk about why I love them. And so, like, Hitch, there are, like, a lot of, trying to think how there are a lot of cliches in the movie, but the cliches are what make it so great. If that makes any sense. So, like, well, so he, at the beginning of the movie, Will Smith generalizes dating in general. And so, throughout the movie, you're led to believe that he has the foolproof way of getting into any woman's heart. Not her pants, her heart. Because he is against just going for sex.
You know how to use a hammer?
And all this gets explained in the movie. And then, like, the finishing line of the movie is just hysterical. And it's, basic rules of...
I have returned. Meet me by the clock.
Basic rules of love.
Square.
Yeah, there are none. And that's just that's just like sums up the entire movie, in my opinion. It just sums it up so perfectly. And it's just like, I watched that movie
Keep hitting it like that.
15 times since August. And, like, I'll be honest with you, it's Wednesday, May 23rd right now. Like, this is like right after I recorded the other Fable 2. And
A good strike.
so, like, in what, 9 months, I watched it like 18, 20 times. Like, most people wouldn't do that with movies.
Nice hit.
Like, I have. Also, Cat in the Hat. The Cat in the Hat movie with Mike Myers as the Cat in the Hat. That movie is not a good movie. But it is one of the movies that I have seen so fucking much this year. Just because, like, it's been easily accessible, and you catch more of, like, the dirty jokes that it has as you watch it. And, like, it's by far not, like, the best movie I've watched. But, like,
I apologize for the delay.
it is not one of the movies
Events
that I
are moving
regret
quickly indeed.
watching this year.
Think about...
What the... Okay. That was fucking weird, but...
I have been awaiting your return.
It's
Think
one of the
about
movies
your
that, like, I regret
All the
watching,
places you've been, the people you've
but,
known,
like, I would watch
everything
it
you've done.
again.
How many
like,
moments?
I
How
bought it
many
for, like,
memories?
$5, $4, something like that.
Fabulous men. They had just as
And...
many. And now they have none. Because
yeah,
of you.
like,
Do you feel
if I were to
great
give it an honest rating,
responsibility?
I'd give it a 3 out of 10.
Hello, Sparrow.
Because, like,
Your
it's just
enthusiasm will
so
be defeated.
stupid
But mind it does not consume.
that, like, you can't take it seriously as a movie.
The world is better off without Thag. And
But,
certainly
on the
Barney
other
can do
hand,
that. But to really
it
see the impact
is-
of your actions, you need look no further.
it's
than
one of the funniest things I've watched in recent times. Just because of how stupid
It has
it
changed
is.
much since you lived here, particularly Old Town, where you spent
And
your
now,
childhood.
so, like,
Never forget that even the simplest choice
this has got me
can
thinking
have
about movies that
far-reaching
I've
consequences.
watched. And so, like, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It was widely regarded as a meh film. I really liked it. Like,
Look, that is where Lucian is now.
and, like, I understand,
the
like,
tattered spire.
some of its shortcomings. I understand like why that happens. Like, I understand a lot of like the publicity reasons why stuff would happen and stuff, but like
could bend reality to his will.
they wanted
day it was completed,
more. They wanted people to be
the first
satisfied
wish
with
made,
the ending. They didn't
a
want to
light bloomed
have to
inside,
make another one,
though its
so they
nature
ended the
could not
movie
have been.
with him getting the girl that he chased after the
be
entire
shot.
movie, rather than the girl he
Centuries of
actually
civilization
would
were
have
wiped out in
ended
minutes.
up with,
Its people erased from existence. Some say
which
that
is
this was
the
the first wish, an end to
girl
a
that he was
hollow
going out with at the
corrupt
beginning.
world, and for a purer one to
And
take
like,
its
I
place.
understand exactly why they do that, because like people would
And now the spire
it
rises
would have
once
gotten
again,
a much
where
lower
Lucian's
rating had they
Lucian
gone
found
with that ending,
documents which foretold
just
the coming
because
one
like
who would stop him using the
it
spire.
wouldn't follow a movie trope
That is
where
why
the
your
guy
sister
gets the
died,
girl.
and that is why you will
The
face
guy
it.
would have to
The
wouldn't
cards have shown me this.
rather than
Here.
having his expectations
Take
be
a look.
met, he would settle for less than his expectations. And
Each
that's
of
just
the
like
three heroes you've
something
seen
that
currently.
people don't like getting
You must
behind,
find the
especially
pinnacle, the
in an
major
underdog
event
story
before
like
Lucy
Scott Pilgrim.
The road to Oakfield
But
will
anyway,
be dangerous.
movie ratings. Oh god. There's a movie that I was thinking of. Just then, I was thinking of a movie. I lost it. I completely lost what movie I was thinking of. Okay, let's see what sales there are. There's a 25% blacksmith sale. Okay. I figured as much.
Thank goodness Derek got
really
those
got to get
ones.
those healing
I
potions
hate
back.
what would have happened.
Yeah, so there's like, there is a lot of, there's a lot of things that go into how I would rate a movie. Cause like, I'd have to, first off, if I don't enjoy a movie, I'm not going to rate it, because I would not be fair to it. And like, I think I do not think it is appropriate to rate something unfairly. Like, I'll be honest with The Princess Bride. It is not a perfect film. Now, would I rate it lower because of that? No, but like, it's not perfect, so I would have to rate it at like an 8.6 out of 10. I have not watched a perfect movie. The highest I would rate any movie is a 9.1 out of 10, and that is what I would rate Hitch. And don't worry, my character's not actually supposed to be moving, because I put down the controller so I could move my hands freely. And so, movies are something that I watch to get enjoyment out of. Like, I love Disney movies. And mind you, I'm an almost 19-year-old male. And I watched so many Disney movies this year. And I enjoyed so many. But like, that's just because of how, like, the music scores in those movies are phenomenal. Like, Lion King, the music in that movie is just so damn perfect. Like, I get that it's Hamlet with lions, but like,
I didn't even want
it's just so perfect. Like, the music for it. And then there's just like,
the picnic. Just got up and
okay, I lost my train of thought. I lost where I was going with that. Yeah, there are a lot of movie tropes that keep me from reviewing certain movies. So, like, you won't see me review. I'm gonna try to stay away from controversy, so I'm not gonna review something like Love, Simon. What I will say is that I loved that movie. It is among my top. It's probably in my. I'd say it's either number 1 or number 2 in the movies that I've in my top movies of the year list. I'm talking about like of the school year, so from like August to now. Granted, I have not watched Infinity War or Black Panther yet, so this could all change depending on those 2 movies. But the way that I am feeling right now is that Love, Simon is either 1 or 2, and the one that's tied with it is Thor Ragnarok. And like, I watched the original Thor movie and it's kind of boring. And Thor: The Dark World, I know the first time I watched it, I fell asleep during it. And then when I rewatched it, like Sunday or Monday, I don't even remember which. Days are blending together since it's summer. Whenever I watched that, it was really boring. And like, I just don't like boring movies. Like, I like there's a lot of action in Thor: The Dark World, but like the story just made it so boring. And yeah, is this Keystone?
Hone your strategies with a clever...
Yes, okay. I'm gonna gamble a bit. God damn, it's 8:30. I got up way too damn early today. I got up at 6:30. 10. Okay, inside bets, yeah. Black. But yeah, so I got up this morning. Fuck. Yeah, I got up this morning and I could not go to sleep. It was like 5 o'clock and I woke up and it was just like so hot. Don't know why, but it was just way too hot for me. And so I tried going back to sleep, and at like 6:30 I realized I just couldn't, and I ended up waking up. So I've been up since 6:30. It's been 14 hours. I was swimming earlier. I'm really relaxed, and I'm starting to fall asleep because of it. And it's way too damn soon for that, especially since it's like just 8:30 p.m. and I usually stay up till like 2 in the morning. So, yeah. 14. Yes, I actually got some money on this one. Woohoo. How much? Okay. So I have 20 up there, so I lost till $5. The majority's been that. Let's hope it's this. Come on. Oh. It was a Keystone. Damn. You know what? This could get me big. Oh, I was right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I just woke up way too damn early. I shouldn't have, but oh well. Ooh. And anyway, so movies. I got my arch pad. But I can't review movies I didn't like because if I do, I feel like I would be giving them a disservice. Because I wouldn't judge them fairly because I would be biased against them. And like it's the same with movies that I like. I'm biased for them, so I won't rate them as fairly as I should. So like, I don't want to cause controversy because like, I don't want that to be like the reason I'm famous or anything. I don't want to get like a bunch of flack because I say something about a controversial subject. And so I will just stay out of it. And that's why I'm not going to be reviewing Love, Simon. And like, there's a bunch of movies that I couldn't rate. Well, like I'm really tired right now, and god damn, I've just been recording for like
Stalls now opening for
Stalls
business.
opening. I've just been recording for like an hour 20, and like
Stalls now
I'm just
open.
dead tired from it. And like there's no reason that this should happen except because I'm just not used to it. So I'm gonna rest up a bit. When you come back, if I don't just fall asleep now, I might play more Fable 2 and do more of this like ranting style video, or I might just play like an older game like Donkey Kong 64, which I love that game. I may play that and just like zone out for a while, not record or anything because like I don't have the hardware to record. I don't have a capture card, so I'm literally just like streaming this on Mixer on my Xbox One and then downloading the VOD and having my own audio recorded through Audacity. Yeah, so I know this is gonna be the first time I'm actually saying it in a video, so leave a like, comment anything that you want me to talk about in like the next ranting style video that I upload or whatever. And I'll catch y'all next time. Or not. I don't fucking know. It's up to you guys, really. Really, all this is up to you. So yeah. Fuck off.